irse, irse, irse. This is simple yet tricky, just a little bit tricky. Irse. What does this mean? This means to leave or to go. When you leave a place or when you're going somewhere. Okay? So, for example, let me tell you that we have se. This is an indicator of, using when you need to use reflexive pronouns. So sometimes you see verbs that end in se. That's what it means. You need reflexive pronouns. Se, te, me, nos, os. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Okay. So let's see some examples. Let's look at some examples using irse. Okay? Me voy. Me voy. Nos vemos mañana. Me voy. Nos vemos mañana. Okay, this is a common thing to say when leaving a place, You're saying, I'm leaving. I'll see you tomorrow. Me voy. We're not saying yo estoy yendo. Okay, because that's the literal translation of I'm leaving. But, people can understand you. Spanish speakers will understand that, but it's not a common thing to say in Spanish. Me voy is a very common thing to say, and that means I'm leaving. Me voy. Me voy. I'm leaving. Okay? Me voy. Me is the reflexive pronoun, which we have the indication here that we needed. Me voy. Technically, you're saying I'm leaving. Yo me voy. We don't need yo. We need me and voy. Voy, this is the verb ir, okay? Conjugated for the personal pronoun yo. Yo voy. So we have I'm leaving, right? Me voy. Nos vemos. Nos, nosotros, nos. This is another reflexive pronoun. Nos vemos mañana. Mañana means tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. And when you say nos means, us. In this situation, you're saying this to a group. Nosotros, nos, we will see each other. Okay? Vemos comes from the verb ver. Nosotros vemos, we see. Okay? So we don't have it in future tense. No, we're not saying this in future tense. We're saying this, it's more like present tense, nos vemos, but that's a common thing to say in Spanish, nos vemos, and that means we'll see each other. Eventually, when? Tomorrow, okay? So when you say nos vemos mañana, it's very similar to saying I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Or you can just say nos vemos if you just want to say see you, okay? That's a common thing to say in Spanish. It's tricky. Tricky. Okay. The next example, by the way, what we're learning right now, if you're wondering where it is, it's right here. Irse is right here. But we can place the reflexive pronoun, before the verb ir. And it works. It's a common thing to say. Just like when you say me gusta, I like something. Me voy, I'm leaving, and so on. So we have reflexive pronouns before verbs. That's a common thing to do in Spanish. Okay, Now let's look at the last example, and that's going to be the last thing for today. The last example, a lot of info, huh? We're learning a lot of things. No te vayas. Necesito hablar contigo. No te vayas. Necesito hablar contigo. Where is irse here? It's right here. Okay, that's what we're learning right now. We have the reflexive pronoun te, tú te vayas. This is the verb ir, conjugated. So let's look at the translation of this sentence. Don't go. I need to talk to you. Don't go. So we have here at the beginning, the first example. In the first example, we see that me voy means I'm leaving. So irse means to leave. And when you say no te vayas, that means don't go. So we have the second meaning here. Don't go. Don't leave. Technically, that's what you're saying. When you add no before the verb in, this, irse, you're just saying don't. No, and then the action. Very similar. You can say no comas, don't eat. No vayas, don't go. No leas, don't read. No hables, don't talk. So that's a very, very common thing to do in Spanish. So no te vayas means don't go. Now, necesito, yo necesito. We don't need yo, we need necesito. And that means I need. Hablar. When you add more to the sentence, I need to, necesito, ... I need to hablar, talk. That's a verb. It means to talk, hablar. Contigo. Contigo means with you. That's the literal meaning. But when you say hablar contigo, that means to talk to you. Necesito hablar contigo. I need to talk to you or with you. Okay? So very interesting. When you, let me tell you, this word here, necesito, is great when you want to say I need something. And then if you need something, you can add a verb. Necesito comer. I need to eat. Necesito hablar. I need to speak. I need to talk. Necesito dormir. I need to sleep. Okay, so it's very good. It's a very good word to learn. Necesito, because that means I need. Okay, you don't need to say yo necesito. Yo, you don't need yo. You can just say necesito, and it sounds more natural in Spanish if you don't say yo all the time. Okay, excellent. So just remember, irse means to leave or to go. Okay, in this situation, both situations, me voy, I'm leaving, no te vayas, don't go. That's a common phrase to say. If you want to stop someone, hey, just don't go. You need to do something else, or I need to talk to you. So just remember, no te vayas. If you want to do this polite, because this is informal, if you want to make it formal, then you need to change it to no se vaya. No se vaya. No se vaya. And it's similar to saying don't go. It means don't go. Or it's similar to saying, hang on, hold on, no se vaya. It's very similar to that. So it's a very great phrase as well.